Oh my goodness. It's Monday morning and it's the Illustrious Ones and it's Jen and Erin. And my volume's on my phone and we got all kinds of things going on. Oh, good morning.
Good morning, Erin. How are you doing?
Oh, fabulous. You got a cup of coffee? Because I wanted to go back to bed this morning.
Yeah, I've already drank 2 coffees because it's a little later here for me. But yeah, I did want to go back to bed this morning.
Oh, my living. Yeah, I know. I saw Tanya Dackett's post this morning and I'm like, I'm right there. I'm ready to go back to bed. I did go back to bed and then I got back up. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the Monday morning show with Jen and Erin and the Illustrious Ones. And if you are watching us from any other platform other than the Illustrious Ones with the little pink O in the corner, there's a link right above you. Come on over here and say hi to us. We can see you and see your comments right over here. So we'd love you to do that. We are going to be talking to some amazing, amazing ladies today, and I cannot wait for that. But this show, we talk about commitments, we talk about balance, we talk about family, we talk about networking, we talk about your business, we talk about showing up.
Yeah.
We talk about all kinds of things, Jen Weatherly.
Yeah, we do. We love to keep it fresh and fun and easy to listen to. So we don't want to be boring. And so we invited on. Today, we've got some really wonderful guests because it's time to kick it up a notch. And these two women are really bringing it in their own fields and their own show with RJ Redden and her bots. And she's just all about getting connected with technology. And then Kim. And she's got content, she's got SEO, and she's just brilliant. So I wanted to nerd out with some geeky girls, and that's what we're doing today.
I know. I'm going to pull this up because I just love everything about this logo of theirs. And they have the most fun show on the face of the earth. I absolutely love it. And we're gonna talk to them. We're gonna get them in here. You guys, if you're with us, make sure you say hello. I know we got lots of things going on. And again, if you're watching from any other platform than the Illustrious Ones, come on over here. There's a link right above you. Come say hi to us. We're gonna go ahead and give these ladies a little 3-second. They're down in the green room munching on goodies. Down in the green room. And oh, where are you? Did she get her? Here comes her notice. Hi. And RJ Redden.
Hello.
It's the best ever. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
My face hurts already from our preach prior to you guys coming, prior to us going live. So, hey, good morning, Jason. Good morning, Franco. Franco's here.
Franco squared.
Franco squared. Catherine's here. Good morning.
Oh.
Nerdy Girls Geek Out is the name of your show. You guys are both ridiculously talented in your own lanes. Let's have a little backstory to Nerdy Girls.
Well, Nerdy Girls, it's the name of our show, but it's really the name of our way of life. Kim and I spend so much time on the phone, sometimes together. We live in the same town. And talking about, oh, have you seen this? Have you tried this new technology? Oh, what's going on over here? Oh, I think this could work for you. We have a standing weekly appointment Thursdays at 2:00 to discuss geeky nerdiness and how all of these things will help us and our business and our clients. And we decided to extend that into a show.
Oh my God!
Why not?
Right? Tell me your take on it from the other side of the city.
Yeah, from West O.
From West O.
West O. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because even though RJ and I are both creatives, we are totally different kind of creatives. RJ is very much and Erin and I were talking about this before Jen hopped in, but RJ is she just sees something and creates it out of thin air. Whereas I'm more of a hack. I'm more of the words and stuff creative. I can create that stuff out of thin air, but RJ can look at a piece of paper and I don't know, paint, and she can create this wonderful creation from it. But yeah, Nerdy Girls is like, it's truly that she sees things one way and I see it another, and then we get together and it's like world domination.
It's a world domination. Well,
Yeah.
I know I followed you guys individually, and then now that you have the Nerdy Girls, I can't wait for your show. And I know Jen and I talk about you like behind your backs, in front of you all the time.
Well,
Jen, call her a nerdy girl. With your tech and your knowledge and a totally different lane altogether. And I'm like digging today. Like I can't wait to like chat about all the fun things today. So morning, Amanda. It's nice to see you. So go ahead, Jen.
No, I'm just so happy to have you two on the show. I was inspired. Yeah, I know. I was really inspired. You guys are always hopping onto our show, and I was like, why are those two not on the show with us at the same time so we can all nerd out together and talk about them, like, geeky things that, light us up, number one, and that are super like awesome for people to know about too. So I'm happy to have you here.
You guys' show goes at it's on Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
the actual show is different than the 3-hour-long nerd out session that Kim and I have every week. So the public show is Friday.
Yeah, the nerd out session we have is actually at 2 p.m. Central, but that's like, on Zoom in Omaha here, and it gets to be 2 hours long. Yeah.
And that's just amongst yourselves.
That is amongst ourselves, yeah.
Include everybody else.
Yeah, not displayed to the entire public, but it really shouldn't be sometimes. There sometimes might be tears shed.
Never. What are you talking about?
My tears. Yeah, every once in a while it's like, oh, Kim, I just made you sad. I'm like, well, sometimes people have to do that. I'm glad it's RJ.
Yeah, Jen and I never cried on our conference calls ever. Like ever. Never.
Oh, well.
It's always just me.
I'm the crier of these.
I'm the crier.
Okay, great.
Me and you are the criers, Kim.
Okay.
Yeah, but I want to know, I'm going to drop my...
Oh.
She dropped out for a second. And
she went to cry? Did she go cry already?
There were some tears shed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes it happens and we just roll with it. That's what we do. She's coming back, though. I sense it. There she is.
I wanted to put your logo up because I just think it's brilliant. I couldn't cut myself out and talk and put your logo up at the same time. It was distracting me. So, anyways, but yes, you guys are on Fridays at 11 a.m. Central Time, noon Eastern Time on the Nerdy Girls channel. It's Nerdy Girls Geek Out. You guys have your own business page, your own channel, your own everything. And so how long have you guys been rolling with your Nerdy Girl show?
Well, we decided at first we were going to go every other week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it was like all of a sudden people got confused and they're like, well, why don't you go every week? And so we did, starting what? 2 weeks? Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks ago we started every week. We have enough material and we love to talk so much that it really seemed like we should go every week.
Well, I'm glad you're every week because then I don't have to remember which week is on and which week is off.
Yeah, that was the other thing. It was getting kind of confusing, which, is a great important lesson for live streamers is, you have to be consistent and otherwise people get really confused. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a huge thing. So what's been like your number one favorite thing? I'm going to go Kim. What's your number one favorite thing that you like to talk about?
Oh.
Is there a platform? Is there a service? Is there a like your number one favorite thing that you use?
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily a thing that I use, but I typically go live by myself on my shows, and I kind of enjoy having somebody else to go live with.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite part of all this because, and then we're also bringing other people in. And for me, that's very exciting. And I haven't branched out into that in my live show yet. So that's kind of the excitement for me is having I'm a social person, so I enjoy having other people to talk to. Yeah. So I should probably start doing that in my show. But that's probably the most exciting part. Yeah. Is talking to other people. Cause then you can bounce more ideas off of each other and then, the content becomes so much more exciting and dynamic.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Jen, you're kind of like that too, aren't you? Like
I am. When I have to go live by myself, I'm like, okay, can someone just come on live with me and like, can I pretend I'm talking to someone? Because it feels so strained almost because, you're literally just talking to your camera and I'm like, this is boring. What am I doing? So when I get to come on at least the Monday morning show, it's fun. And there's, other people to talk to. And that's just so much better. That's so much better. I totally get you, Kim, on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Catherine wants to know if you have a NG group also. Well, Catherine, we might answer you.
Oh boy.
Ladies?
Yeah, well, we have one.
You have one?
We do, but we haven't really like established any rules or anything for it yet. So it's not
yet the happening disco ball gathering that we know that it's going to be. There will be muffins in the lobby. There will be coffee. We're copying
Erin
that
will be making
from you. We will give you proper credit.
Going to be making the coffee.
Yeah, it will be amazing, and it's but it's not yet. Basically, a lot of people have asked, and so we've opened the doors on it. And it's probably going to be when we get back from Phoenix that we'll be able to devote some juice. You know what I'm saying? Not just coffee, not just muffins. Juice will be arriving probably the second week in September. That'll really start to be a great place, a magnet, if you will, for future world dominators.
I love it. Catherine says it's a plan. She'll look for an announcement. Just FYI.
No pressure.
No pressure. Never pressure. Loving and firm nudging, but never pressure. No.
Okay, so I've got something for you. It was funny. I saw on the weekend a friend of ours posted. Everybody's frozen. Am I the only one? Okay, here we go. We've all caught up. Okay, it's live again.
The best.
Yeah. Okay, good. Kelly Service posted on her wall that GoDaddy hosting was the worst hosting ever. And if you ever suggest going there, just, stay in your own lane and stop doing it. So, of course, I'm like, hashtag worst hosting ever. But I want to bring this up because
whoever Kelly is, she's right.
No, right. I've built sites and people have, I'm sticking with GoDaddy. And I'm like, okay, so you don't want your site to work. That's awesome. And then they come back to me and say, my site's not working properly. It's you and your themes. And I'm like, no, it's your GoDaddy hosting. And so I just want to bring it up because it's like, everyone thinks it's top dog, but really it's way down here and they've just got great marketing.
It's another case where terrible software, but pair with people who are super visible. It'll be okay. I have a personal, deep and abiding hatred for that site sort of stuff because it's always going to look like you as the web designer. It's always going to come down and it's not working. What did you do, sweetie?
I know.
If you come to a party and you give the host your coat and they lose it, don't go back.
Okay. Can I rant?
Please, rant.
All right. Okay. So for those of you out there in hosting world who don't understand hosting, Bluehost, HostGator, GoDaddy, they're called budget hosting. And budget hosting is just that. When you see hosting that it's like $2.99 a month, There's a reason why it's $2.99 a month. You pay for what you get. You're sharing that hosting space with the millions, if not billions of other people who are paying the same price, meaning they don't know what they're doing with their websites. And they're probably using these giant image sizes on their websites. And they're using it as a PDF storage space for their wonderful opt-in things. And they're using it as a video hosting for their videos that they're displaying on their whatever websites. So you need to know what you're doing when you get into the hosting world. I'm not getting paid to say this by any means. A lot of times I will spout off things because I truly believe in them. They are actually native to Omaha, but they are a big deal. They're called Flywheel. Flywheel is here in Omaha. I know those guys, but it's getflywheel.com. And yeah. Okay, good. So Catherine, I think I talked to her about this, but getflywheel.com. And it's I think it's called the Tiny Plan, which is pretty much what most people need. It's $165 a year. I think that's $14.99 a month.
Yep.
Seriously, guys, that's not expensive. And you get an SSL certificate included with that.
What?
That's HTTPS:// you get, and that's what Google wants you to have. They want you to have a secure domain or a secure site. You can't go wrong with $165 a year for hosting. And they are super secure. You don't have to install things like, what is it? WordFence, because they do all that stuff for you.
What? Okay. Because I put WordFence in every single site.
Yeah, and you should, but you don't need to with Flywheel. I mean, they do it all for you.
Okay, because we have Illustrious Ones. I just know a person that runs their own server, and so we're on a virtual private server. But I do create all my sites on Flywheel locally on my computer, and they keep asking me why aren't you hosting with Flywheel? I'm like, maybe I should be, because I've heard wonderful things from developers in my community too.
Yeah, and someone from a developer standpoint, they do have white label stuff too. So you should look into them. They're really fantastic. And they work really well. I mean, they've got you can talk with people there, and they'll even transfer websites for free. I know, it's mind-blowing. Yeah, go talk. They're fantastic. And I know Corinder's asking some questions. I hope I always say his name right. I think it's Corinder.
Yeah.
What are streaming plugins?
What are their streaming plugins like, Kim?
I don't know why you want to be streaming from your website. Unless you're talking Twitch stuff, and that one you should not be. I mean, you shouldn't be streaming from your website. Your website should not be a streaming platform.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can embed codes like that. You can embed stuff, but you shouldn't be using so for example, I've had some, I don't know about Jen, but I'll use Vimeo as the platform to host a video, and then I'll embed that, using Vimeo into a site to have the video motion, but never ever upload a video to your website, because that eats up your bandwidth.
Yep.
And it will slow your site down, and then therefore it'll affect your SEO. So yeah.
No, I'm totally there with you, Kim. I use Vidello, but I'm probably going to switch over to Vimeo, but it's the same thing. Mm-hmm. And it keeps my stuff nice and private. However, I've even been grabbing code off of Facebook and streaming that, and YouTube, but everything gets you got your video hosting, you have your website hosting. Those are two separate things. So yeah, that's awesome. I'm loving that we're on the same page on that.
Yeah, and what I really like too about Vimeo, because you guys have the Illustrious Ones with your directory, and you have a private. I call it a membership, because that's what a cup of content is, a membership site. But with Vimeo, since I have a lot of private content, I can block off those videos and stuff on my membership side. They can't share a link with someone I mean, that video can only be seen on a cup of content when they have a login.
Yep.
So they can't share that. They could share that link with someone, but if that person doesn't have the login to see it, they can't see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they can't share a Vimeo link with someone because that Vimeo link is only visible on a cup of content's website. So there's a lot of great things about Vimeo. And I think I pay $200 a year for my Vimeo account. And I still haven't hit my full storage on that. So
Yeah.
anyway, wow, I think I'm talking more than RJ this time. I feel really awesome.
I don't know. You gotta wait.
She's such a, RJ's always got so much. She's Alexa and all that. I didn't mute my Alexa, RJ. Thought you'd be proud of me.
Hey,
I am proud of you.
Hey, Kim is saying, why shouldn't you stream from your site?
Well,
Just simply because it eats up your bandwidth?
Yeah.
I mean, in a nutshell. And what's that mean going forward for her? Like, what's that mean, like in like layman's terms?
Yeah, she says, I'm working on setting up a classroom that I wanted to teach live through a private section on my site. So, like, you know, and there's different ways you can do it. I mean, you could use Zoom and embed it. You can embed it that way through your website. And see, I've struggled with this a little bit. Maybe Jen, you could give some insight too. But I mean, I've used Webinar Jam and had them sign up that way. It seems to get really confusing. I've done it through Facebook, through our private Facebook group using either Ecamm or BeLive. But then not everyone is on Facebook in the group. So, it gets really difficult. So, but I could take it and I could embed it into the website using Zoom. There's just all these different ways you could do it. And I just haven't found the magic button yet.
That one sounds like like what I would do would just be do the Zoom call and then record it, obviously, and then go up and put that into your content for later is how I would do it, because you're also trusting that the bandwidth's going to be able to keep up. And what if that's not actually happening? So if you just run off your Zoom, then you're just relying on your Wi-Fi actually working for you at that time, because Zoom's made for that to happen. So that's what I would do.
And then have, chatroll.com. You could embed chatroll.com onto your site as well. And then you could have the chat rolling. Oh, I'm trying to remember, does that save it? Because I have not done that yet. I've just looked into it. Does it save that chat so it's living with?
I'm not sure on that either, Kim.
Yeah, see, that's always kind of the clincher too, is like, then you got to sit and remember all of the stuff you referred to during your video and, include with it. Because I always have replays, and those replays I usually upload to a playlist that, they can always go back and refer to later.
And then that's where time stamping comes in for sure. And Francesca Jago brought that up, is that just by putting in some time stamping down, people can just like zoom right to that minute and be like, that's where she dropped that nugget and there and there. And that's always a little bit of extra work, but it definitely, even when you're doing like a Facebook video, you could say, you can catch it here at this minute. I go into here. And then people will at least pull through into the video. And that actually gives you like a bit of a better conversion on your Facebook video. They like that quite a bit.
And RJ, I know that you timestamp your training videos.
Yeah, my training videos, I timestamp them. To me, it's just a super easy way of, the red carpet stuff for your clients. Just, because they will be, and I usually do that with my real short videos. I use Loom to do little short explainer videos. Hey, this is what we did today on your account or whatever. And then you can timestamp those to allow people to skip around and see what they need to see. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I love timestamping.
So Teresa, I know she's in education, and that timestamping I think would be massively beneficial for her, especially in whatever she's thinking about doing in her online classroom stuff that she's doing. I think that would be the time stamping.
And an inexpensive way to do it is with Temmie.
Temmie's awesome.
Mm.
10 cents a minute. Gosh, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
No, you can't. You can't.
Mhm.
Okay, so there's something that does it for. I just watch my videos and make notes and then put it underneath. But there's a
And it's like
There's
what couple of minutes it takes to do it, and it's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
If you've got good audio and you've got pretty good speakers, which has really made me start to think about how I enunciate and speak during my videos, because I tend to be a fast talker.
Well, it's not only talking fast, it's, obviously slowing down, but when you're having guests, when you're talking about specific things, when you're like all of these little nuggets that we're dropping already this morning, right? Like if you could go and timestamp when the conversation on Temmie started.
Right.
So you could just go right there. Wait, what were they saying about that one word that started with a T? It started with a T, right?
Yeah.
And just hop right there, and it's fantastic. Yeah.
okay. Amazing.
Yeah. I know. Like all the things we learn.
And then the SEO of that.
Mm-hmm. Kim, do you want to tell them about the little project that you and I have going with my shows that are turning into blog posts? Do you want to tell the people?
Yeah. And so what I was telling RJ, which I need to start doing myself, I just gotta have my assistant work on that as well. But my assistant that I have working on RJ's needs to work on mine. So we're having her take RJ's shows and plug them into Temmie, go do a quick once over on them, make sure they all look right, and then download the Word files, and then we upload them to her site, the text. So we've got a transcript. So every single show, she's gotten embedded. Her show is embedded as a blog post, and then she'll have the transcript of the show as a blog post. So it's got text.
It's nice.
Now she's got SEO content.
Yes.
So she doesn't technically have to blog because she's already done a live show.
Yeah.
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 And then you're using, what are you using to make those into podcasts?
So I'm using Anchor. So I'll do an hour show, but then I'll go back and I'll just hit the high points into the microphone, and it takes 10 minutes because I've already kind of talked about it, and I know already where the good stuff is at. So I hit the high points. It's 7 to 10 minutes usually, and then that's what we transcribe. The 7 to 10 minute show instead of the entire, show, because that would be super long. That would be like the longest blog in the whole world. So I record it into Anchor. So I've got 3 things on every blog: the Facebook Live, the 10-minute short and sweet audio podcast version, and then the transcription of the podcast version, which it's transcription, but it looks like a blog post because they've gone through and done titles and made it look pretty like I wrote something. I didn't.
That's what it is. Okay. Yeah.
No, it's really brilliant though.
But yeah, I
because,
mean, now she's got text that's searchable.
Yeah, downloadable
All
file.
on her blog.
Those little short
On her
sweet-
website to make her move up in search. So
Perfect. And is that on Black Belt Bots?
Black Belt Bots. Actually, if you just type in thebotsignal.com, you will get the entire selection of all of the blog posties. Mm-hmm. And not all of them have the transcription on them. We're working on getting that over. But the one, look at the one called Timing is Everything, and you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
Nerdiness. God, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
No, but
Go ahead, Jen.
I'm so glad you brought that up though, because even Erin's
I
shows.
can't hear.
Oh, sorry. Have I got no audio?
I can hear her.
I can hear it too. Refresh, Kim.
Kim,
Oh.
refresh.
Do I need to exit and come back?
Yeah, you just hit refresh. Yep, come back.
Anyway, that's okay though, because we look at other people, like we're doing all these blogs and stuff, but that content needs to be there. So I'm so glad that she brought it up. And is it like tummy, like our belly tummy?
No, it's Temi, Temi.
Oh, okay.
So it's like Temi is a sister company of Rev.com. You've probably heard of Rev, which is like $1 a minute, and they do multiple speakers and all that kind of fancy stuff. Okay, so the cool version, the 10 cents a minute version is Temi.com. That's a machine transcription. Nobody is listening to that, and so it has more stuff in it that needs to be adjusted. But for me, I do too many shows. It's completely cost prohibitive to do Rev. I can't do it. I would spend all my money on it. So, but Temi is great, great to start out on. And it's usually, I'd say it's 85, 90% correct. So I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yay.
Can you hear us now, Kim?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay, cool. Cool. So one thing I want to talk about is, we usually talk later in the afternoon. Did I freeze up?
A little, but it's okay. It's coming back.
It's pouring like crazy outside. One thing I wanted to talk about, RJ, what is your number one? I know you use lots of platforms in the course of a day, but what is the one that you absolutely cannot live without?
Oh, this is a hard one, Erin Strayer. You never asked the easy question, I've noticed.
No, I should be on like the night news or something.
Yes. Okay, so stuff I absolutely can't live without.
Yeah.
Okay. The number one thing's obviously ManyChat, right? Because that's what I do all my bots on and my clients' bots, and that's where I live. But also, I was talking to somebody the other day. Without Zoom, I would still be just serving the people in my own community. Like who, large, it's Omaha, so everything hits us last. So they'll be humming about bots next year in Omaha. I would be broke. Zoom is once I figured out that is a beautiful place to meet people, to coach them, to I was really afraid to do coaching by distance. I just thought, I'm going to lose out so much. Nada. Zoom is the best. I think I pay $10 a month for that thing, and it is ridiculously awesome. So I would say it's a tie between those two.
Between ManyChat, which you do your entire business on.
Yeah.
The bot signal, black belt box, building bots for people, and then Zoom for dealing with your clients. Yeah,
new and old. I spend half the day on Zoom sometimes and don't even really realize it. And for the money you pay, it's absolutely ridiculous. And also, I'm gonna say a close third is my scheduling software.
Yeah, what do you use?
Well, I use two things right now. I probably need to drop one, but I use Schedule Once with new clients, because Schedule Once allows me to. They make an appointment. It's all super cool. But then at the end, it allows me to hop them forward to what's called a forwarding URL. So I get to choose after they've made an appointment where they go, and I lead people into my bot, Spinning Dragon. So yeah.
What's the name of that? What's the name of that?
My chatbot is called Spinning Dragon. She is the cutest ninja you've ever seen, and but don't mess with her. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of my little character. I know, like, she's tough, okay, and don't mess. But yeah, there's a little series that I write for people who have just made an appointment with me, welcoming them to my little family and saying, hey, do you want to subscribe to live streams or do this mini course or whatever. So yeah, that's why it's Schedule Once is the name of that particular software. Schedule Once is good.
Awesome. Kim.
I use that one too. So my can't live without. My new kind of favorite can't live without. Top three.
Yeah.
Planoly.
Planoly.
Planoly. Planoly. It's an app. I assume it's on Android, but I know for sure it's on iPhone. It's a scheduling planner for Instagram.
Really? Planoly.
Planoly. I love it. The reason why is because you can save buckets of hashtags. I know, right? I saw Jen's face. Oh. So I kind of use that in conjunction with all-hashtag.com because I can make like different you can research hashtags. So, but Planoly, that's how, if you look at my A Cup of Contents Instagram profile, that's how I've been kind of orchestrating how that looks. And I have never really been one to think that the visual component of Instagram is really important until I've recently had several people tell me that they love how A Cup of Contents Instagram profile looks. I'm like, wow. And it's because I've been using Planoly, but I've really been more using it because of I can keep these buckets of hashtags in there and I can just copy paste those. So that's been something. And then I can schedule them from that program, that software. So, but they do have an actual desktop platform as well. So I like that because you can do it from your desktop too.
And that was Planoly.
Planoly. Planoly. So Planoly. OLY. Yep. Planoly. So it's a desktop and it's on your iPad and it's on iPad and I've been using the free version. So they do have a paid version. I did email them and they haven't emailed me back. So I don't know how badly they want my money. Because I have a lot of clients on the content a la mode side. So I've been trying to figure out if I pay for it, I want to know how many, is that unlimited? Do I get unlimited accounts? I'm trying to figure out what I'm paying for here. So anyway, but I like that. So that's one that I can't live without right now because it's super great. And it's obviously been doing gangbusters for my Instagram following because when you teach about what I teach about from a social media standpoint, I have to actually have the numbers to prove it. And I hate that because to me, that's not important, but perception is everything. I hate that. Anyway.
Yeah. Do you have a number 2 and a number 3?
Yes. I really love Social Report. Social Report is another scheduling platform. It by far, and I've used a ton of them. I mean, I've used Hootsuite, I've used Buffer, I've used Sendable. Social Report by far is my favorite. They have amazing analytics, unlike any I've ever seen before.
Really?
You can hook up your Google Analytics to it, and they do a better job, I think, of giving you analytics from social media and your website. Yeah, I know. What? Yeah. What? So Social Report, it does run $50 a month, but you can hook up 25 profiles to it for that amount.
Holy cow.
But
so for somebody like you and Jen, who
Jen, check it out. It's really awesome.
Host and run multiple different clients.
Yeah. If you wanna get together and look at the back end of it, I'd be happy to show it to you sometime. It's really phenomenal. I love it. I'm using it for RJ. I'm using it for A Cup of Content. And I'm using it for one of my other clients these people want analytics. So they're paying for analytics. So I'm giving them analytics, but it's really amazing. So, but yeah, so that's my second one. And my third one, but you can also schedule Pinterest and you can schedule Instagram and you can schedule the first comment of Instagram in there too, which is what I like. So,
Jen, you had a question.
Oh yeah.
Do
Sorry.
you use Planoly and the social report together? Like, so you just have one open, you save your list? Because that hashtag list drives me nuts every single time. And you have to like, you got a certain one for each, thing you're putting out. You've got to have a stock list.
Yeah. You could totally do that because you could just save a ton of, lists in Planoly and then just copy them over. Yeah.
Ah,
I know,
life's
right?
getting better over here.
Yeah. And then on my third one, oh man, I really like Asana.
Mm. Yeah, you're an Asana girl.
Yeah, and it's hard because I've got a couple clients who like Trello a lot, and while I do like it, Asana just works better in my brain because that's the kind of brain I have. So, it was hard to tell people like, you should use this because every brain works differently.
Mm-hmm.
But Asana is good for me. I don't like having my to-do list cluttered with my calendar because that really overwhelms me. But I do like being able to separate out my to-do list for each of my clients. But then I also like having an overall comprehensive list of things I have to do. You know what I'm saying? So I like being able to separate things out, but yet seeing an overall comprehensive list. And I can do that with Asana.
Oh.
And I know that you can do that with Trello with was it the Planway calendar or something? But for some reason, Asana works really well for me. And then, being able to create, what is it called? Like, templates of, what do you call it? Like I have systems. There we go. Like create system templates, like things that I always have to do. Like this is what I have to do for every podcast. Bam, copy, paste for this particular thing. And now I've got, a checklist of create the graphic, create the Instagram, create the, the YouTube thumbnail, create the show card, create, and then archive. That's what I like about Sendable is I can create all that stuff. So I'm never forgetting. And, because when you get to be some of us, when you are working by yourself for some of it and you have so much stuff to do, you don't want to forget, or you get to a point where you have to hire it out. Now you've got a system in place that you can be like, here, BA, do this. And it's all in place. So
yeah,
those are my three.
Amanda loves Planoly also.
Right, Amanda? Yeah. It's awesome. Check it out. Oh.
Jen Weatherly. What are your three? Can't live without.
Okay. I haven't really ventured into this super organized area of like Asanas or Evernotes or Trellos because I look at a Trello board and then I back away from it. I'm so not used to going into my computer and looking for my to-do list because I have a piece of paper and I write it out one after the other. And I understand that this is a terrible system. And I love that you're doing your systemized templates because that's how I think. And then I archive it. I still do it in a certain way, but I'm still on a paper and pen thing and I need to switch over. And I know this. But so really, I love making videos like big time. And so I'm loving Connie Master, and that's an app on my phone where I make videos. And I kind of put that together with some epidemic sound. I'll just sit here and listen to music all day, trying to pick out the next soundtrack for my next video. And
what
that's
was it called?
kind of Connie Master.
With a K?
KIEMASTER. That's a good one. And I learned how to use it through Francesca, but it's just all on my phone, and videos go together like so fast. And the better I get at it, the more the possibilities open up in my head. So yeah, there's that. I am in love with Adobe Photoshop.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I would do without it, to be honest, because it's like, when I get to go in there, I get to like go into this really explorative space where I get to make stuff, and it sort of seems to be my outlet right now. So I don't really know what I would do without that. You know what? I can't even think of a third one, to be honest. I'm just sort of using my local by Flywheel, making some stuff. I stick to my video and I stick to my my graphics. But I love the stuff that you guys have brought up, because I sort of am looking at my social and I'm like, this is all just so incredibly overwhelming, and I'm playing it a little bit too small. But the second I'm able to step it up into these the different ones that you've mentioned, it's like, not only does everything become incredibly automated, but it all becomes systemized and way easier. And then I can start pushing it out. So I just love all of your suggestions.
Yeah. You guys, we'd love you to write, if you're watching live or watching the replay, we'd love you to write in the comments too your top systems that you use every single day that you cannot live without. I think for me, mine's much, my brain works a lot the same as Kim's. But then I combine all you guys. I mean, it's really kind of fun to listen to all of us, because Zoom is a hands down non-negotiable for me. Absolutely every single day. I run all my clients on it. I run all my trainings on it. I love how it's set up. I love how I can record. I love how I can timestamp it. That's a non-negotiable. Running 3 shows. RJ, you do this too. Be Live TV is a non-negotiable for me. That's the platform we're on right now. I love being able to do this. I love having all of us on the screen at the same time. I love what that, how that facilitates and goes forward and interacts and easily cross posts onto my Facebook page and integrates well with that. It just is seamless. Doesn't take a massive tech brain to learn it. It's though it can be pretty tricky if you want it to be. It doesn't have to be. And I think my other one that it's a toss up with the number 3 would be Canva for graphics. But there are a lot of graphic options. That's just the one that I got comfortable with. I struggled with Funky, and then I learned about Canva, and I just kind of stayed there. But I know that there are, Kim, you talk about another graphic option. Trello. Yep. It's a C, right? Crello. That I've not explored that, so that might be worth my time to explore that. But it'd be a toss up between my scheduler and my online scheduler, which is I use Acuity currently. I have been looking into moving scheduling platforms again, just because it's not serving what I need it to do currently. So I've been looking into that, or the Acuity or the Crello, not Crello, Canva would be my two that I'm looking into a hard word.
And Catherine just brought up Grammarly. I'm an English degree. Mm-hmm. Grammarly is pretty fantastic. I mean, I think, and people always like, when I start pulling out the English card, they get really nervous. And I'm like, you know what, as long as you're trying, I think that's what's important. But Grammarly is fantastic. I would highly recommend it if you're someone who knows that you can't, if you know that you're not high up on the grammar skills, install it. They have the free one and it's fantastic.
It's so funny because I sat in a ginormous board meeting this weekend. I think there's 17 people on the board itself, and then the members that are in that, I think there was about 200 people in the room. But we were voting on and paying attention to. It's funny, you talk about Grammarly. Here it is, this huge printout, all of these things we're voting on for this thing, and an attorney stands up and says, I can't vote on this, grammar's incorrect. On the right? So the people that processed and put the paperwork through, it even passed legal and didn't get caught. But a guy that was voting stood up and said, this needs to be tabled because the grammar's incorrect on it.
I tell you what, though, man. Yeah, from a legal standpoint, that kind of is a deal breaker.
Yeah, and what do you do at that point? Give me a floor vote to say, heck with it. We know what you're saying, Or do you do the right thing in the legal way and you table it and you fix it and you bring it back up later? Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I am a grammar flunky, sadly, says Teresa. Teresa, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Teresa, yeah, install Grammarly. It's awesome. Yeah.
I might have to.
But yeah, Catherine had asked, or Schedule Once. I know someone had asked about it. But yeah, I use that too. Mm-hmm.
Schedule Once.
Schedule Once, yeah.
Cheryl, do you use Schedule Once? I know you use a scheduler, but I don't know which one you use. So let me know which one you use. Yeah, we'd love to know what your favorites are in the comments. We'd love to know.
I think I need to have RJ help me with mine. Do you know, RJ, can you put travel time in there? Because
travel time, yes. I will say that Schedule Once, it is not intuitive to set up. Is not like this was somebody technical minded designed it and then like just didn't get a human being to name things. So finding your way around is always a pain in a sensitive area. Once you've got it set up, you're cool. You don't have to mess in that stuff again. But man, to set up, it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute. You're going to need to schedule a couple hours to dig around in that bad boy. So just know that it's magnificent, but wow.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. Yeah.
Jen, what scheduler do you use?
I use Acuity, but I don't take a lot of one-to-ones. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Interesting.
pretty relaxed with that. And then it's Google Calendar for the rest of it. But there's other things I want to schedule. So I just haven't found the system that works. So I'm probably going to look at Asana. And I believe Evernote is another one that is a good one, apparently. So
for scheduling? Evernote?
Yes. Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't heard that.
No,
for
yeah.
Evernote. Have you guys heard
not for scheduling.
Not
more
for scheduling.
To do organization to-dos. Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Not for actually scheduling appointments. It's more keeping your stuff all organized and together and accessible in my understanding. We should have Angela on here. Angela Andrews is our resident Evernote specialist on board with the Illustrious.
There you go. I do like Schedule Once though. I mean, I looked at a ton of them, and I did use one other one too that I didn't like it. I like Schedule Once though, and I've looked at Acuity, Time Trade, all sorts of them. But Schedule Once by far, it like you said, it's not really the most intuitive, but once you get into it, it makes more sense. So I like it.
I think Acuity is my third change in schedulers. And I've stayed with it the longest. But I think I'm ready to move again off of Acuity. So Catherine says she used Mac Journal just as a general repository. Huh. I don't know anything about it. I never heard that. It's made by Mariner Software, longtime Mac company. Maybe it's because I don't have a Mac, but what's Mac Journal? Is that like a online notepad kind of thing? Or
Yeah.
That is?
Yep.
Can you dictate into it?
You know what though? Okay, you can dictate into Google Drive.
Yeah. What's it called?
The Google Mac Journal or into Google Docs.
Google Docs.
They have the little microphone. You just go boop and you start talking to it and you just call out the punctuation like comma, period.
That's fine. New paragraph. It's brilliant.
For people who can speak eloquently, but when they take that and the synapse from here to here doesn't work, like it's a brilliant thing.
That's me.
Yeah.
I can't put words on paper, or I haven't been able to figure out how to put words on paper.
Yeah, but if you can do, if this to here is good for you, use that feature. in Google Drive, and it will just change everything for you.
That is, when it hits me is usually next to my lake, and I have no internet connection, so I can open my Google Docs.
You can
Offline.
turn on the offline feature.
Before you go offline.
You should be able to do it anyway, because there's if you have the app in your if you
In
have
my
the app
phone?
on your phone or on your you should just be able to create a new app, and then it'll sync when you have service.
Really? I'm going to try it again.
Yeah, I do that when we travel. I'll just open up a new one and and then once it syncs, away you go.
Off you go. Awesome. I'm going to try that again because I actually tried to access a document this weekend offline, and I had it marked offline, but I couldn't pull it up. I just couldn't even pull it up.
Yeah, it's like you gotta find these little weird little things that work for you, to make things easier. That's what I am. I'm all about making things easy.
I love it.
The amount of time that works for you and the way that you.
Yep. Jen,
No.
we got about 4 minutes left on our time here this morning. Can you believe it? Is she frozen?
You guys were frozen to me, so I must have been frozen. Yeah.
Do we have some closing thoughts? Do we have some closing business? What do you want to talk about for the last 4 minutes?
Me? Oh,
yeah.
You know what? I'm just really impressed. Just that you've come on here and shared some really, really amazing tips. And I'm gonna go ahead and list those out. I'm probably gonna go into Temi and make sure we've got a transcript of this show, because this was a good one. And I'd like to be able to repurpose this content further down the road and just start. Am I cutting in and out?
No.
Okay, good.
Nope.
It's a little bit hard to see, but it's just I'd like to see a bit of the timeline and how it progresses from learning these new applications and then applying them and seeing how we can really start structuring things differently. And I just I'm really grateful for you guys showing up today.
Oh, yeah, I love it. And again, you guys, we've been talking to Bultsma and Redden. They are the girls and the brain and the humor and the fun behind Nerdy Girls Geek Out. They go live every single Friday at 11 a.m. You are already in our bot for the Illustrious Ones. There is a link in there to the Nerdy Girls show, so you can go back into your inbox and click that, and you can go hop in and you can watch them. You can comment on one of their prior videos that they've done. You can hop into their bot. They'll give you a heads up for that. And we thank you if you were already part of our bot for the Illustrious Ones. Our little Illy bot created and by the assistance of RJ Redden and Jen Weatherly's little collaboration there and bringing Illy bot to life. Yeah, she's adorable. So if you're not part of our bot already, go ahead and type 5 in the comments. We'll make sure you get heads up to everything that goes on inside the Illustrious Ones, news that's coming up. If you were part of our Summer of Love program that Jen put together all summer long, that has ended. What's coming up next? You'll just have to wait. What else is going on, Jen? We got one more minute. One more minute.
Yeah. Just obviously we're going to make a plug for the directory.
Yes.
So the Ones directory is a year-long membership, or you can go monthly. You can have a full page listing. You also have a slider with different images you can put in there. You can use up to 3 different videos that you've got hosted somewhere else, like YouTube or Vimeo. And you can make sure that all of your linking is all on one page. And it's almost just like a really amazing business card that you can refer people to. It's got all your information in one spot. With all of your shining features. So do check it out. Over at the Illustrious Ones directory, we've got a sales page that you can go ahead and read through, get to know it a bit better and its functions, or just go and check out somebody's ad. But of course, they can fill out certain sections and they'll show up like your availability or testimonials, and others won't have filled that out. So you won't be able to see its full, its full power. But, go ahead and check it out. Look at the sales page. See if it's something that might work for your business at this time. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, it's an amazing place to be seen, to be found, to be kind of categorized with some pretty elite people. We love our members. We love our directory. We love what it offers. And we love what's coming down the chute. So, thanks, Alfredo, for putting that in there for me. Appreciate that. Yep. So there's the link for the directory. Go check that out. There's a sales page on there that'll let you go in and see what's offered, all the specifics of it. One of which is being on the Monday morning show. So, you guys, we have loved everybody. Kim, RJ, either one of you guys have anything to say before we are off air?
Well, we are going to be holding a world domination type summit called Make Your Own Stage in the fall of 2019 in Omaha, Nebraska. There is nothing to see here but Kim and I, so you should come and see Kim and I as we do the Make Your Own Stage event. We are very excited. Please stay tuned to Nerdy Girls for more info about that.
Awesome. Yes. Kim?
I am just so excited that I got to start my week off with you guys. I mean, really, happiness, coffee, friendly people, awesome information. What better way?
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
We have loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. This is like a joy having both of you guys on here this morning. And I know schedules, allowed it both of you to be here at the same time. So Jen and I really acknowledge the effort there, and we love having you on here. We love having you part of us. We love the information that you've shared this morning. You guys, please go check them out. Head back to your link in your inbox and on the Nerdy Girls. It'll take you right over to their Facebook page. Nerdy Girls Geek Out.com.
Yeah, that's coming.
I know the .com is coming, but the Nerdy Girls Geek Out up there. You can go find it right now, and they do go live on their show every Friday at 11 a.m. Standard Time. Go hang out with them, have some fun, gather up some information, because they always drop nugget gold for you to apply to your business. So, anyways, thank you, ladies. Thank you, Jen. It's great to see you this morning. Kim, RJ, thank you so much for your time. Everybody else that's been on live with us and watching the replay, we acknowledge you. Thank you for your time this morning. Go get another warm cup, and we'll see you right back here Monday morning. Oh, no, we're not going to be here next week. It's a holiday. So we're going to skip next week. We're going to skip next week because we're all on vacation. So we'll see you right back in here. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.